Greg Barnes with Ross Martin here at Kenan Stadium. Ross, you talk to the players, you talk to the coaches, it doesn't seem like North Carolina is 1-4 given kind of the energy around here.
Yeah, and that's a credit to the coaches. I mean, they are 1-4. They're coming off 2 big coastal losses, staring down number 21 Notre Dame. You would think it'd be all gloom and doom here in Kenan Stadium. But there's really been some positivity coming out to practice, very upbeat. And Coach Kapovic, UNC's offensive coordinator, said that they had the best practice they've ever had this season on Tuesday. It seemed like they had a good practice on Wednesday as well. So there's no signs of, this doom or just that the negativity is not here for UNC. They're taking it one game at a time. And I mean, I know it's cliche, but they want to go 1-0 this week, and that's the mindset moving forward into Notre Dame.
Yeah, I think there's actually 2 components of that. Number one, you've got so many injuries. There's a lot of young guys getting reps that they weren't expecting to have. So that's an opportunity for them to play and to really kind of build a foundation for their future. And then I think on the other side of the ball, while the defense has not had near the injuries, they still had some, but they've started to play better.
Yeah, and I think it's also a testament to what the coaching staff has done. They've established this culture, this positivity, and that's really moved on to the players and the leaders. And they have leaders who've been here through some tough patches in 2014 and stretches of losses, and so that experience pays off now with a 2-game losing streak and sitting at 1-4.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you talk about a guy like DeJuan Drennan. He was here front and center 2013. They started off 1-5. And that's when Larry Fedora really started hey, let's go 1-0 this week. What happens? They end up in a bowl game. So while that's likely a long shot this year, that's the mentality you've got to have. And when you have guys like Drennan who have been around and have been part of the program and through some of those times, you can share that. Those are those learned experiences the coaches talk about quite a bit. One thing we did talk with Larry Fedora about is kind of the issues with execution. Especially on third down, both offensively and defensively. Offensively, North Carolina is converting at less than 30% this season. That's good for 125th nationally, which is not good by any measure. Fedora would like for his offense to hit at about a 48% clip, so a long way from there. And he said you actually kind of see it in practice a little bit. Everything you see in practice transfers over to the games. And so on both sides of the ball, they've got to do a better job cleaning up on third down. And if they can do that, then things get a little bit better. And especially against a team like Notre Dame, you've got to be able to convert. You got to be efficient.
And the lack of converting third downs really affects them to get into their rhythm on offense. You're not seeing them move down the field with that quick pace that we're used to seeing the last 2 years with Marquise Williams and Mr. Trubisky, and just not being able to convert, down after down has really affected just the rhythm of this offense, which is obvious when you watch them play.
Yeah, for sure. All right, that's it for today. For Ross Martin, I'm Greg Barnes. Thanks.